Leave it to Michael Johnson, man. He's on Twitter talking about the judges aren't watching. I should have won the fight. I thought it was very close. I thought it was very back and forth. If you look at the numbers, Mullarkey actually outlanded Johnson by about 30 strikes. He started pouring it on towards the end of the fight. However, Johnson did knock down Mullarkey, and he had him in trouble in that first round, bro. But then it went back and forth, and they were knocking each other down, wobbling each other. Michael Johnson had a very Michael Johnson-esque performance. You do amazing in the start, and then the opponent starts to catch up with you a little bit. Now, even though we were so close from that plus 200 TKO prop for Jamie Mullarkey, that decision prop was inevitable, plus 250, cashed in. What did you learn in this fight? Because Michael Johnson, I think actually on fight night, that marked the 5-year anniversary since Michael Johnson versus Justin Gaethje happened. And that was an incredible fight. But what did you learn about Jamie Mullarkey, given that Michael Johnson is a true veteran? Yeah, Mullarkey lost to Jalen Turner. Yeah, he lost to Brad Riddell, right? But you just beat Michael Johnson. And even though he's not the man that he once was, he's still sharp as ever, brother. What did you learn?
Still sharp as ever. Ah, man, for Jamie Mullarkey, the biggest thing that I took away is, as much as this dude is the real deal, he's still a scrappy, young fighter with a lot to learn, and he is a very talented fighter. We saw it. He's there. He's going to be bringing the fight consistently, but this dude has a lot of tendencies in which he just gets in there and he's wild, man. He's down for the scrap, which we love. I love as a fighter, I love as a fan. I love seeing somebody go in there and say, fuck it, let's just throw some hands. Let's get wild in here. Let's have some fun. Let's have a fight of the night. That's what made me excited to watch Jamie Mullarkey. But he still's got a lot of room to grow and a lot of potential, man, to fill. This is going to be around for quite a while, And Jamie Mullarkey proved you're going up against a stud like Michael Johnson. You underestimate this guy, he's going to make you pay for it. And I think it was a little bit of shock, a little bit like, oh shit, Michael Johnson got some crack to him. So, okay. And that's where the fight really started picking up. Things started changing. And we saw a true entertainer in Jamie Mullarkey come out and want that kind of smoke, where most people, they would stick to the game plan. They would shoot for the takedowns. They would get this fight. They would take the Caio Bahaio approach instead of the like, all right, let's have some fun.
Absolutely. And he actually said that it's like you get a look in the eyes. You lock eyes and there's this unspoken, all right, we're going to swing and bang. You know what I'm saying? So you got to love that, man, because he put it all on the line. Imagine you lose another one against Michael Johnson here. Now you put yourself in a very compromising spot. So I do think the evolution of a Jamie Mullarkey, he needs to listen to the coaches and do the right thing, because even though it might not be the most flashy, even though it might not get you the 50K bonus, you want wins on your record, brother. You're at the stage of your career where you need to rack up the wins, man. So Michael Johnson, though, he does scream robbery, man. And this is what I need to do right here is I need to pull up the MMA decisions, and we're going to take a look ourselves. Now, off just the top, off just what you remember, do you scream robbery, or do you think, yeah, this was a close fight, but ultimately Mullarkey got the job done?
I say close fight. It was a lot closer, and it might be because I was rooting for Mullarkey. I was choosing for Mullarkey, so I was happy to get the win. But it was a very, very close fight, and I wouldn't have been upset if Johnson got it. In fact, I think it was like round 2, I was like, damn, Michael Johnson might win this fight. Like he might pull this off. But I don't know. What do you think, Robert?
Well, I didn't think that until I looked at these MMA decisions, and look at this, bro. It's Johnson all across the board. Everybody has it for Johnson. Only what? It's about 4 for Mullarkey compared to if I had to just 15, 12 for Johnson, right? So clearly, all of the media thinks that Johnson did enough to get the win. And I can see that because in round 3, Johnson was putting it on, landed some clean shots on him and whatnot. I guess the question is, what do you count? Like, do you count the harder, stronger shots, or do you count the volume? Because like I said, Mullarkey, he was up about 30 strikes on the fight, man. So it's arguable. But for Michael Johnson, his whole thing was the judges aren't watching, and I want pictures of the judges literally not watching the fight as it's happening, and they're just writing down numbers, on whatever they feel. Do you think he's right to call robbery here, though? You know what I mean? Or do you think that you have to just do a little bit more? The numbers sometimes do lie. Even though we say numbers don't lie, sometimes the numbers don't tell the whole story. So do you think that he should have done a little bit more, or do you think that he's in the right to be able to just say, hey, no, judges got it wrong?
It's rough because, like I said, it was a very close fight, and I've seen it a couple times too, where the judges, you'll look, they'll pan across, and they just happen, see the judges inside the frame, and they're looking down, or they're talking, or they're writing, or they're doing a thing. And you're like, bro, are you even watching the fight? But they do have a monitor right in front of them. They do have a couple different things. They probably got headsets, so they're listening to other things. And as much as the numbers tell a different kind of a story right there. I don't know if it's exactly the numbers that lie or the guy that's taking in the stats that has a little biasy right there, where he's like, oh, well, that shot doesn't count, or that takedown doesn't count, or that one does, So I think it's a little more of a human error. And if I was in Michael Johnson's camp, I'd be upset too. I'd be calling robbery. I'd be saying all the same stuff, especially when the media scores are right there and the eye test is a little closer than we would like. So as much as like I said, if I was in Johnson's corner, I'd be screaming robbery. I think it was a close fight. Don't really think robbery. Very, very impressive from both sides. But it's one of those hard ones where it's like, which one do you count more? Because you're right. Do you count the power, the output, the pressure, or do you count the volume, keeping somebody at bay, keeping them not doing what they want to do to you? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, brother. So fair points right there. Jamie Mullarkey gets the big win over Michael Johnson, and that is your main card, folks. So